What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome to episode number 1 of our brand new Football Manager journey. That is right, guys. Over the last week or so, well, 4 days actually, I've been getting back into Football Manager, and we had a sponsored Football Manager kind of a video set on the main channel a few months ago, and just generally speaking, I'm quite over FIFA for the summer, I think. I'm going to play the bare minimum that's required just for making content and no more than that. And so we're going to expand for this summer into other games and hopefully carry that on through the new iteration of FIFA as well. So Football Manager is going to be coming back to this channel. Minecraft is going to be coming back to this channel. Warzone will still be on the Clips channel. So if you want Warzone content, the Clips channel is linked down below. That'll be over there. But for today, guys, I want to just, first of all, give you a little breakdown of what we're doing, why we're doing it, what the aim is, where we're going to go. And then second of all, kind of discuss through what I think we're going to do for content for Football Manager and how I'm going to structure my videos. So I've played the first season. We finished the first season already. And as you can see, we finished 10th in the table. Now, you'll see that it is Team Sweat. That, of course, is us. I took over, like, you could basically create a club in Football Manager and, like, remove a club from a league that you enter your club into. And we ended up removing Hungerford. And Hungerford were, the reason why I chose Hungerford were because they were predicted to finish bottom of the table. So I thought, let's give ourselves the most difficult challenge, take the lowest ranked team. We're in the Vanarama National League South, the lowest ranked in the South because I'm from the south of England. We took the lowest rated team in the lowest playable division in Football Manager in the English leagues, and we're going to try and take them all the way to Champions League and Premier League glory. And in our first season, as I say, despite being predicted to finish 22nd, I finished 10th. And I'll go through the results with you guys in a second. But we finished a very, very close 3 points away from the playoff places, 4 points away from 6th. A few results went our way elsewhere in the season. Maybe we'd be in the playoffs. Maybe I'll be making a different video for you guys right now. Who knows? But that's where we finished. And I'm just so happy to be back on Football Manager. I used to play this game a whole bunch from basically Championship Manager 97, 98 up until after the franchise split and Sports Interactive and Sega, I believe, split and Sega continued to produce Championship Manager and Sports Interactive, or maybe is Sports Interactive with Sega now? I can't remember. Football Manager. Football Manager is... Oh, so it's still published by Sega, and then Championship Manager. So Championship Manager is now published by Square Enix and Eidos Interactive. So when Championship Manager used to be Sports Interactive way back when, I used to play it 98, 99 all the way up until about Football Manager 2008. For that like 9-year period, this was my go-to game. I played it a lot more than any other game that I ever played, and I got really into it. After FMO8, sort of like when FIFA Ultimate Team came out in 09, like FIFA 09 is when FUT became a thing. I just started playing FUT more and clubs more and FIFA more in general. So coming back, I've come back like here and there for some sponsorships and stuff like that. And this video, this series, me playing this Football Manager game right now, this isn't sponsored. This is just because I want to do it. But coming back to it after so many years, after around 12 years, so much has changed. The game is so deep. You have so much control. And I'm going to run you through basically the season that we've had so far. So as I say, we finished 10th in the league. We've inherited some really nice players for the squad right now. And this is the squad. So we've currently got Adam Civita, who is a lone goalkeeper from... I can't remember where he's on loan from. On loan from Birmingham. So we've got Civita on loan from Birmingham, and he had a great season for us this season. And for those of you that don't know, I know a lot of you guys will be Football Manager fanatics. You'll know absolutely. But for those of you that don't know, these stats are all out of 20. So certain positions have certain key stats. Like if we change it to a sweeper keeper, he needs more depth in more stats. If we change it to a goalkeeper, he needs less depth in less stats. So for the league, you know, the worst team in the lowest league, Civita has been pretty damn good. I believe his contract is actually out of... I believe he's out of contract at the end of the season, and I'm going to try and sign him on a free afterwards because he was good for us. We then got Harry Woodward, our right back. He is brilliant for us. He's had a brilliant season, 44 games in total and 15 assists from that right back spot. He's our free kick taker. He's our corner taker. And he's just generally absolutely fantastic. We've then got Michael Parker, who isn't a loanee. We actually brought him in ourselves from obviously Millwall last season where he didn't play. We brought him in. As far as a centre-back goes, he is fantastic and he's got a lot of potential. You see here the potential, the ability. He's currently rated 3-star, currently a good rating for the senior team. His potential ability is 3.5-star, potentially 4.5-star. So he's got potential, if that makes sense. And the reason why it's like that is because my scouts and my coaches are just so bad that they don't really know. But in terms of his actual stats, his marking, his heading, and his tackling is fantastic. His physicals are absolutely brilliant for the league. He is genuinely a sensational centre-back for our league and for our team. And that's why he played every single league game this season. All 42 of them, he was there. He was our guy. He didn't get changed once. We've then got Josh Martin, who isn't necessarily outrageously good with regards to a lot of what he has. But he's got a few really key stats that are very good for a centre-back. One of those is 13 on marking, 13 on positioning, 13 on decisions. He lacks a little bit in composure, he lacks a little bit in strength, and he lacks a little bit in tackling. So this is an area that I'd like to strengthen throughout this summer now that the season's finished. And then Ethan Bristow, we signed him on loan from Reading, which is our affiliate club. I signed him mid-season, which is all like back end of the season because we went through a bad patch, and I'll show you guys that in a second when we look at the stats. In 12 appearances, he got 4 assists from left back. I didn't play him at left mid. I played him at left back. And that's because my left back just wasn't great. But he's not even that great as a left back either. His technicals aren't good. But I'm told and have since come to understand that in these lower leagues, good physicals are priority, good mentals next, and then good technicals. So, you know, the fact of the matter is he's got very good mentals and very good physicals for the position he's playing. But he's going to be leaving at the end of the season, so we're going to have to replace him. We've got a couple good players to replace him. We then got Rio O'Connell. Now, he had a bit of an interesting season. He finished with 8 goals and 5 assists in the league, 10 goals and 5 assists in all competitions. We're playing him at right mid, not a right wing. And he's very good for the team. He's been very hit and miss. We signed him on a free as well from Barnet. He's very hit and miss. Like when I signed him, the doorbell. When I signed him, the board weren't happy with him. They were like, "We feel like you've spent too much money on this car, blah blah blah." And he's turned out to be one of the best players for us in the back end of the season. His average rating is brilliant. He just generally has been performing really well. And I look forward to using him again next season to hopefully take us up through the leagues. And then we've got James Booty. It's probably Boots, but we call him Booty. An unbelievable midfielder for us. Very well-rounded, very good stats. And he's going to be a key player for us next season to try and help get us promoted. We still need to strengthen our team a little bit, though. We've then got Hanks, who we just recently signed as well. Only 10 games for Hanks. We found him from scouting. So he came from the Vanarama North. I don't understand why Gloucester were happy to let him go. Like, I don't know, where did Gloucester finish in the... I mean, they finished second, so maybe he was surplus to requirements. For me, he is a brilliant, brilliant player. You know, he's 25. He's got potential to grow a little bit, but not a lot. But for this league, and you can see here for the team, he's got a very, very good rating. He can play in multiple positions. He's got really well-balanced and really well-rounded stats, and is just like a really good core player in the team. Good free kicks, great corners, and just a general good addition to the team. We then got Pedro Neves that we brought in on loan from Reading as well. We brought him in mostly for, again, really good physicals. He's not particularly great, and I don't mind him leaving at the end of the season. It won't be a problem. And then we've got Luke Hurst. Now, Luke Hurst, guys, started as a wonder striker for us. He ended with 20 goals and 7 assists in the league, which put him in like top 10 scorers. I'll show that in a second. He started, guys, honestly, bagging. Absolutely bagging. Have we got goals here? No. Bagging goals, right? Where is it? Game. Oh, it only shows the last 20 games. Oh, that's too bad. That's pretty sad because, well, you can see anyway, he was already playing badly here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row without scoring there, and it had been like 12 games. He then got a goal here and a goal here in against Hampton and Richmond, against Billericay, and then again another 4 games without scoring. But then the back end of the season, my man just turned it on. Scored, what's that, 2, 4, 6, 8 goals in his last seven appearances, and really, really came up big. He was on target to be top goal scorer in the league, and then just fell apart mid-season with the team. We've then got Sam Johnson. Now, he's only got 3 appearances and no goals, but we've just got him through the youth system. He literally just came into the team the last 2 weeks, really. And this guy's got a lot of potential. Great physicals for the league. His stamina and strength need a little bit of work. Good determination, so he'll get better fairly quickly. And if you read the stats, imagine this in FIFA. This attribute reflects the player's commitment to succeed and do his very best on and off the pitch. Imagine you had this detail in FIFA. And then he's got 11 dribbling with 6 finishing. So if we can improve his finishing and dribbling over the next sort of 2 or 3 years, by the time he's 18, 19, unless we've accelerated up to Division 2 or the Vanarama National League rather than the South or the North, then he'll probably be by the wayside. But I think for next season, he's going to be a really good rotation player or a really good sub with some decent stats there for the young man. And then we have Will Henry, a goalkeeper, didn't even play the whole season. Marvin Elliott, he was good for us. We signed him up. He's old, 35 years old. Obviously, his pace is low, his acceleration is low, his physicals are terrible, which obviously for this league is important. But his mentals and technicals were so good, I felt like I needed that kind of old head in the team. We played him in centre mid as well. He played here, basically. So he was really good for the team, but I think this could be the end for him. Although his mentals and technicals are good, his physicals just don't quite cut the mustard. We've now got 2 really good centre mids outside of him in Booty and Hanks. Don't need Marvin Elliott anymore. We've got Ryan Hall, who will be back in the team. He'll be playing left mid instead of Pedro Neves. He's on the decline a bit. He is 32. He's just come back from a 4-month injury. So we signed him, and he was the new best player in the team by far. He got a long-term injury, and so he only played 8 games for us this season. So hopefully in the off-season, he'll pick up some more stats there. He's not actually that great looking at him now. I thought when I signed him, he was going to be great for the team. He had good acceleration and pace, but I'm going to spend a lot of time scouting players and finding the right players to rebuild the squad in the summer. So maybe Ryan Hall doesn't stay with us. And then Middle Alose, this kid was great, man. 21 years old. Again, great acceleration, great pace, great national fitness, good leadership. Terrible stats outside of that. He played 38 games, only got 5 goals and 2 assists. But he was just a bit of a menace. But I don't think we're going to be keeping him. His potential ability is superb rating for the team. He's got 10 pros and 4 cons. He's currently got a good rating for the senior team. But for the position that I want to play him in, which is the striker, he just doesn't have the stats for it. He really doesn't. We've then got Sam Bennett. Now, this guy we've got on loan, I'm hoping to sign him on a free at the end of the year, because although he's on loan from Cambridge, his contract runs out at the end of the year. So his contract with Cambridge expires 30th of the 6th, 2020. I am really hoping we'll be able to just make an offer for him, sign him up, and get him on, because he was the man that carried us this season. 20 goals. We only brought him in midway through the season, or a little bit just before midway through the season. And in the league, there, 8 man of the matches in 32 games, 20 goals and 3 assists. And he didn't play the last 3 games because I put the new youth signing in. But Sam Bennett there, guys, just spectacular. Honestly, stats are outrageous for this league. If I get a full season with him and with Hurst up front, I'm pretty confident they'll both bang 20, 25 goals each. Again, 22 for Hurst anyway, 24 for Bennett. But a full season between the two of them, I'm confident it'll be a big year. Matt Jones didn't play. Klukowski was good at the start, but very quickly became irrelevant in the team. Da Costa, another one that I quite like. I think he's very good for the team. His technical stats aren't good. His physical stats are okay. I quite enjoyed him. I thought he got involved really, really well. And you can see there in the Vanarama, he got an average rating of 6.66. It's not bad at all. He's just, the board don't like him. He doesn't really do outrageous things. And then Spyride's another one that's got really good potential. 19 years old. Current ability not the best, but his finishing first touch is good. His heading technique are good. He'd actually be good as a target man. It'd be good to get the balls into, get the crosses into. Crossing is very strong in this game. His fitness and physicals are good, other than his stamina and strength. I don't think I'm going to keep hold of him. Like I said, I want to rebuild a much better, well-rounded squad going forwards. Schuster, I don't even remember him. I don't know why he's in the team. Tomlinson was our left back and will go back to being our left back. He's pretty good as well. So happy to have him in the team. I've got a few contracts to offer to a few of the players. Hargreaves didn't play. Carey is a free agent. I think we signed him just on a week trial, so he's not getting into the team. Liam Ferdinand, he started off pretty good for us, man. Ferdinand and Hurst were our two strikers, and he has got great physicals, great pace, great natural fitness, great acceleration and agility, good stamina, great determination, anticipation and aggression are very good. His finishing's 10 as well, but I mean, 3 starts and 10 sub appearances. He only scored 1 goal in the league. I don't know why it was or how it was or what. He didn't quite do it for us. I don't know if he still will or not. I probably will get rid of this. And I want to find someone in the summer that has like 14 or 15 finishing that is literally just going to be a menace in goal. Might be in front of goal, should I say. Might be difficult to find that. Might not be. Only one way to really find out with that. Connor Lynch didn't play. George Smith barely played. Jara was our centre-back for most of the season, and then he got injured, and after his injury I never put him back in because we were doing so well, but his physicals are spectacular. His tackling is very good, his heading is very good. So with Jara and with Martin and Parker, I've actually got 3 brilliant centre-backs. Might be worth switching to 3-5-2 or something like that. I don't know how well that formation works on this game. We then got Jose Maturino, a nice youth prospect, 17 years old. Came through the youth system when I was already here. He was already there. So 13 dribbling, 10 crossing, and then decent physicals. He's got good potential. We just need to get him to realise that potential, really, and get him into the team, but obviously still very young. Acker's just pretty useless for us. Mike Jones was, honestly, just terrible. He's horrible. We just had to use him when we had injury or suspension issues elsewhere. Daniel Bradley hasn't made a single appearance. Louis McGrory didn't make a single appearance. And so I wasted a bit of money on some of these players, bringing them in. He's got okay stats as well, but not really what we want. But yeah, I signed... Oh, he was already here anyway. A few players that I signed that I didn't really care about. Most of this team is going to change over the next week or so. So when we go for episode 2 next, we'll have a look at the transfers, the changes, the way we're going to make the team. In terms of the tactics, we're playing a very basic 4-4-2. I know that the positions here, it says his ineffectual as his suitability as a wide midfielder, but when you actually look at the key stats, he's not terrible. I've got better players there, but as I say, he was in there because of the injury to... Who was the injury to? Ryan Hall. So Ryan Hall's actually going to be there. So even him, he's awkward there, but he's got very good stats for it. Good acceleration, good technique, okay passing, good first touch, good crossing. Definitely an area I need to strengthen again. But this is what we played, just a very basic 4-4-2, nothing too deep. I'll develop the tactics as we go up the leagues, but at this level, these players are so bad, it's hard to convince them to do anything outside of run, cross, and score. So that's where we're at with that. I need to improve the staff as well. I need to improve the whole club. I mean, the club was just terrible, right? But I need to improve the staff. In terms of the schedule, so we started off with 5 friendlies. We've got a friendly, obviously, against Swindon. I'll get one against Reading this summer as well to boost the finances. We started the league with 3 losses, and I was like, okay, we're going to be in for a tough time. Got a lot of good tips from viewers in the stream. I've been streaming this, of course. You want to come and watch me stream it live, twitch.tv/NepentheZ. Got a lot of good tips from people that just said, look, just use the same team. Like what I started doing, and this is where things were new to me, right? You see how the injury risk is high for everyone. I was thinking about rotating and all sorts. And then you see here, the overall condition obviously needs to be good, but the match sharpness for a lot of people was low as well. And people just like, don't worry about match sharpness at this level of football. Don't worry about injury risk at this level of football. It's all like, what you need to focus on is getting an 11 to get the links here. So they've got a fairly decent partnership. These guys have got a fairly decent partnership. I think if I put Bennett back up front instead of Johnson, these guys have got a very good partnership. These guys don't have a very good partnership together. They play poorly when they play together, which is interesting. But obviously, Jara was my centre-back instead of Martin, and they have a good partnership. So developing those partnerships was more important so that the players play well together. And I didn't know that. So that was new to me. So when it came to it, after these games, we then got a couple of draws, a win, a draw, and a loss. And then we just went on a streak. We beat Hampton and Richmond. We beat Billericay. A draw against Dulwich Hamlet, a win, a draw, and then 4 wins in a row, including the FA Cup third round. That's where it fell apart. The Ebbsfleet game, they were in a division above us, and after losing to Ebbsfleet, we drew with them in the first game, and we hit the post late on as well to almost win that one. And then we lost in the replay. We then got a 2-2 draw in the league, a 6-0 win in the league, but it was like the morale had broken us. So in November, we didn't win at all, 2 draws, 2 losses. In December, we only got the 1 win against Concord, 2 losses and a draw. And then in January, we got 2 more draws and a loss. And things, we had gone from, I genuinely felt like we could get playoffs and really have a run for the title to, oh my God, like we are going to just descend into mid-table mediocrity. We had a change of tactic, and it was around here in January. This is where I changed my tactics. I got too expressive. I'd started doing too much. We had like a right cam, a right winger, but a left mid. The strikers weren't performing well. Hurst had stopped scoring, which is why we went and brought Bennett in. And we just reset everything. We went back to basics and we started picking up wins. So we got 4 wins in a row, a draw and a loss, 3 wins in a row, a loss and a win. And then this here cost us, man. The final month, we lost to Slough, who finished really low. We beat Chippenham. We lost to Maidstone and drew with Dartford. Now, Dartford were also really low here. Look at that. We lost to Slough, who finished 13th in the end. I suppose not too bad. We drew with Dartford. That should have been a win. And we lost to Maidstone. If I had beaten Maidstone, we would have ended up in 7th place. Just that one game, that one win, that one result would have been all the difference. Or, of course, if we would have beaten Slough, which we really should have done, we would have been in 7th place. So we could have, like, we are on the cusp of being playoff candidates. And I hope over the summer we can really improve the squad, get the better players in, really build the team into something good and dominate the league next season. So fought bravely against relegation. The board are very, very happy with my performance in the league. 81% there for 10th. Top goal scorer was Luke Hurst and Sam Bennett, both with 20 goals in the league. Average rating was Sam Bennett, and most assists was Woodward. In the English FA Cup, the 3rd round qualifying was a minimum performance, and I think that's exactly where I got in the 4th round qualifying. And in the English FA Trophy, knocked out in the 3rd qualifying round, and the board expectation, I believe, was just getting to the 3rd qualifying round. So that was that. So in terms of the individual player stats in the league, we have got, in terms of goals, Bennett and Hurst both on 20. I think Bennett, we probably could have got up to 22 or 23, but as I say, I didn't play him for the last 3 games in the league because I played the youth player, which is probably my fault. You know, maybe we would have actually got into playoffs if we would have played him there. Danny Mills of Dulwich Hamlet was top scorer the whole year, but if you look at goals per minute on average, Sam Bennett is the best goals per minute scorer. He was the best striker on paper in the league in terms of goals per minute. If we brought him in earlier, he might have been able to turn around a few more games for us, and even Luke Hurst up there at 161 for goals per minute. So really happy with those guys and how they've done there. In terms of assists, our right back Harry Woodward up there at 9th with 10 assists. And then for defending, I don't think we had... we got Marvin Elliott up there at 5th there for tackles per minute. Not too bad. Mistakes leading to goals. 3 mistakes leading to goals from Woodward. What a tramp. Key tackles, we don't have anyone in the top 10. Key headers, we got Jara and Parker in 15th. Interceptions made, Parker again in there showing his ability. And then shots blocked, 5th for Woodward with 17 shots blocked. That is really good. And tackles per game, 3.1 as well. He's a brilliant player, Woodward. In terms of goalkeepers, for conceded, Civita, one of the best goalkeepers. No, one of the worst goalkeepers, I beg your pardon. For only 3 goalkeepers conceded more than him. So as many good saves as he did make, because he did have a good saves a lot of saves, I suppose. I definitely need to improve him. Let's have a look at what the best goalkeeper looks like. Yeah, see, these key stats, man. Good reflexes, good one-on-ones, good handling, good decisions. I just don't have that with Civita. Got okay handling, okay one-on-ones, okay reflexes. We need to improve on that area, I suppose. Outside of that, clean sheets, obviously terrible. Only 10 clean sheets. Only 3 goalkeepers worse than him. In terms of saves, however, he was up there at 6th. 127 saves for the man. Only bettered by five people. And then saves parried up there on 4th. Only bettered by 3 people. And penalties saved, I don't believe he saved any. He didn't. So that's where we're at, guys. That is where the club is at. In terms of the finances, our projection is okay. We're projected to be 400 grand in debt in 2 years, but I obviously will hopefully be able to improve that way more in the long term. And all we've got to do from now onwards is basically work towards improving this squad over the summer, bringing in the right players. We've got a few of these. I'm hoping to be able to sign Woodward I'm hoping to be able to sign Bennett as well. I need to get rid of about 20 players and bring in a whole bunch of new players on non-contracts and just look for better players. But that, guys, is the end of the first episode. So a great first season for us. With regards to the content going forwards, I think what we're going to do is every time I play a month's worth of fixtures, just give an update, show the fixtures, the key stats, what's changed, who scored, how they scored, so on and so forth, right? Because I know you guys maybe will show like the big games, the important games and stuff, and how we run the tactics and stuff. But there you go, guys. That is Football Manager episode 1. We're going to take Team Sweat to glory. I'm going to dedicate a lot of time over the summer to building this team up and improving this squad. But this is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.